whispered ramble. Actually, it's more of a rant than a ramble. Before I get started with that, though, I want to show you my amazing sponsor, the Coldest Water. Keeps your drink cold for up to 36 hours. Never sweats on the outside. And was driving, I got a call from the first lady, the one who cut me off on the phone. And she's like, sorry, we got disconnected. Like, a half an hour had passed at least. I'm like, thanks, but I already called somebody. Bye-bye, and you're not helpful. And I did say that. I was like, I'm on my way to the cable store, forget about it. So I get there. There's a few people waiting in a line outside, so I go get on the line. any videos. I can make videos. I can edit them, but I can't upload anything onto YouTube. It's a struggle to answer the comments. You know, I have to do it all on my phone, which is like annoying because, you know, just because it's tiny and whatever. It's just, there's like having no internet, no cable, you know, it sends you back in time quite a bit in terms of, you know, lifestyle and technology. And it's not like we have any TV. We have no TV. You can't watch anything. It's completely dead. I've been going to the gym and downloading Netflix things onto my phone so I can watch them at home. It's not easy. But I'm so fed up with this company. I really am. But like I said, they're all the same. They really are. So now I'm really hoping that when they come on Wednesday that they can fix it, because I am a bit concerned that they won't be able to. And that they'll say there's a major problem with the lines outside and they have to call the workmen, you know, to dig up the street or whatever, and it'll be another week. Because I don't know what we're gonna do. It's horrible. Because of the online school, that's the main situation, that is the main problem. So, we've been through something like this before, but I guess it wasn't as bad when we first moved into this house. I scheduled for the cable company to come and install on the same day that we were moving in, because I didn't want to have any kind of, you know, delay. And when they came, they said there had never, ever been any cable lines of this company to this house before, that they had not expected that. So that they needed to call a crew to dig up the roads, and I think they said it would be a few weeks. So I was like, forget it. I cannot deal with that. And I called the other company, and they were able to come in like a week or something. So it was the lesser of two evils, but it still was bad. So anyway, that's pretty much the rant. And so, of course, that means that I have not been able to watch ASMR videos at night to go to sleep, which is really upsetting to me and really rough, because I have literally been watching videos every night for years now. So the only thing I could do was, I have a few lo-fi videos that I made on my phone, like in the video section, you know, of the camera. So I can listen to those, but it's not really what I want to do at all, is to listen to my own, but I've done it a couple of times. And that's the only option. But anyway, this video will not be uploaded until the internet gets fixed. So hopefully it won't be too long. But we'll see. Anyway, let me take a final sip of my soda. Thank you so much for joining